So, guys, switching gears to the next conversation, there was a mom in Georgia who pulled the ultimate parenting move.
Oh, no.
So her son came home from school and was talking about another kid whose clothes he didn't think were that great. He was being snarky. She said he was being a little bit entitled. So she found a way to teach him a lesson. She took $20 of his own money, took him to the Goodwill store and said, use that $20 to buy yourself clothes for the rest of the week, and that is all you are allowed to wear. This went viral. I got to tell you guys the stats on this because it was crazy.
Oh, yeah.
206,000 shares, 122,000 comments. This guy went nuts on the internet. So I want to know what you guys think about her parenting strategy, because for the most part, people were supporting her on this one.
100%. So my son is 11 years old. And I love that because you do need to teach them different lessons. As a kid, I wore clothes from Goodwill. And, you know, I would go to school and see, like, all these fancy clothes and, like, glitter gym shoes and stuff. I'm like, why can I have those?
I want those too. I grew up the same way. It's like, you realize like, oh, okay, you have nicer stuff, and I'm gonna wear my big brother's T-shirt and kind of put it. You do what you can.
And but then that's how I think I've developed a personality. You know, like making up for that. So I would do that for Chance any day, because if he came home, I would tell him, hey, that was me when I was a kid.
Right.
And so I need to make sure that he's aware of that.
Okay, I love it.
Yeah, this is, you know, you don't want to be responsible, because here's the thing with these kids as they're going through life. It's a very human thing that kids look around and they always want more. I mean, that's a human thing. They want to eat what they want to eat when they want to eat it. They want these clothes. They want these shoes. They want these video games. Kids want. And as a parent, your role is to basically acknowledge that, yeah, you may want that, but that's not how it's going to be done in this household.
Right.
And this is the reason why. And it's when they're 5, when they're 7, when they're 13, there's lots of moments. I mean, it's so funny. People are brand new parents, they worry about the bottles and the sanitizer and the wipe warmer and all that stuff.
Never works.
Yeah, I'm like, yeah, all this stuff's important. But you know what? It's the long game. It's the 13-year-old when they're starting to be snarky, when they're starting to get this attitude. You got to always be a parent, and you always got to put them in their place. Exactly. What I like about this, though, is that it's respectful to the kid. You're not showing his face. Right. You're not overly trying to shame him. I know probably that's the real name, so everyone knows who that is. But it's a moment of, you know what? The kid got put in his place and is learning something. As difficult as that is, he will, even if he won't admit it, he will see the world differently from that point on and realize, you know what? That was probably rude, and that wasn't cool. And again, they may not admit it, but they take it to heart.
So I have some of our viewer comments, and I want to let you guys know I'm having to read from my phone because the tablet is acting a little crazy today. But Denise Sargent Cook says that I think this is a great lesson for him to see how there are other lives that people live. Good for you, Mom, she says. And Will Carter says, in his experience, those that see the most racism are the most racist. And that's regarding the Heineken conversation that we were having just a little while ago. Let's see. Is anyone else talking about this? Oh, Ken, people with jobs shop at Goodwill. That's valid. Regular people shop at Goodwill all the time.
I shop at Goodwill.
There we go.
Here's something interesting. I can't even talk today. Here's something interesting, too. There is a big movement about moving away from all these expensive clothes. I mean, if you talk to a lot of teenagers these days, they're going to have no logo clothes. They're just the plain white tee or just a solid color. And they're anti-brand. They're anti all of that. Awesome. Because they don't want to get caught up in all that. They are trying to, it's just part of their personality, is that it's in some social circles, it's very uncool to want all the fancy latest and greatest, that you dress down. It's all about you, your personality, what you bring to the table. It's not about your clothes. And a lot of kids believe that. It's not taught necessarily to them. They believe that themselves, and that's their own movement.
That's exciting, though.
I love this next generation. You know, there's some people talk about kids all the time. Like, oh, kids are this, that, and the third. But I love that they're doing this. They're making their way with their own attitudes and personalities, and they're so idealistic. I'm so hopeful.
And I used to say, as a parent, I do like, if you want the $200 gym shoes, I'll meet you. Here's 100. Then you have to go work for the other 100, so that you can appreciate the value of $1, because it's not easy.
Okay, so we're asking you guys right now on the ABC 10 live stream, have you ever done this to your child? And I want to add to that, would you do it to your child? And we'll see what you guys have to say in the comments.
It's an important life lesson, you know, stretching $1, because at 13 they can't really work necessarily at a job where those things will be, and they know what work is. You know, you sort of have this. You role play a little bit at home. If you do chores, you're going to get good grades. That was the thing at my home was we had to do chores. Or you just had to do it. You're not getting paid for it. The money came in for grades, which I thought was pretty good. You know, but what I like about this is that now through this experience with this parent with this kid, everyone reading that post is saying, "Ooh." Now I had a similar situation, but what did I do? Did I give in? Did I not say anything, or have I done something like this, and maybe it's time to actually do this?
That's good.
With one post, that's the amazing thing, is that this one moment, this one interaction with a parent and child has now gone viral, and we're talking about it here in Sacramento on Facebook, right? Reaching all these people. So, you know, that little moment, you can really do a lot of good, or at least put your point of view out there.
They say it takes a village to raise a child, and this is one of those moments where social media is that village, and it's teaching the parents how to parent, which is pretty cool. So Plushy Roques, cool name, says that he would be willing to do this with his son if he ever felt the need to hurt somebody like this. So if his son were ever in the place of bullying somebody else, this is a good way to teach him a lesson. He said it's not like he's shaving his head. We did that story before.
Oh, that was awful. With the highlights in Ohio. Oh, he shaved her head.
So bad. Yeah. So bad. So Ken Little says he used to donate to Goodwill, which is nice. Finding ways to give back is always appreciated.
You should.
Okay, so we